No, it ain't Minecraft. Although I do kinda wish Minecraft did look like this. So, those of you who have seen the channel before, paid attention to any of my non-comic book stuff, this is Eco, Global Survival. It is a game I retreat to when the grind of Minecraft has got too much, which is weird, because this game is actually significantly more grindy than Minecraft could ever be, than any Skyblock pack I've ever done. It is the epitome of grind. One thing it doesn't have is monsters. And yeah, that's a nice break. It's also in beta 0.77 something. I think it's 0.77. And every time they do an update, they change a few things. And usually I've got enough time that I can piddle around and get to some of the late mid-game content by the time the update comes around and I feel like starting over again. However, I have the same problem in single-player Eco than in single-player Minecraft, in that my entire world will wind up looking like ass because I am not worried what it looks like. So it'll be buildings that are all mismatched. My world is disgustingly polluted. It's generally a disaster. And I would like to stop that. Now, you can tell by my inventory, I did not start here in this desert. I started way over here somewhere. Come on, trees. You want to load in. I know you do. Trees, trees. Trust me, there are trees there. Started way over in this Arctic biome, which is why I have things like fireweed shoots, which are only from Arctic biomes. And I've learned very quickly not to set up shop in the first place you spawn, because you need stuff. This is a new menu for 7. I like this a lot better than the last one. So you can easily find out where things will grow the best and where they won't grow at all. So this plateau, let's see, tab back here so I can see myself. This plateau over there in front of me is where the stuff I will need the most will grow. And if I go to, let's turn that off, all in this area up here is where all the other things I need will grow. So I don't have to worry about where all of my growy food is going to come from. Also, never build where your food is going to grow. You will do nothing but screw yourself up and regret it immensely. Now since 7.5, you start with one of these as a campsite. It gives you a place to put things. It gives you a place to put your stuff while you go and get more stuff. It's also, if I can click on it here, you can walk right inside too, which is kind of cool. Right? You have a candle, they'll never go out. A bed you'll never use because you don't sleep. A basic selection of tools, which I now have to sort out because I need to get me some materials before I do anything else. And unfortunately, I'm already completely packed full of junk. You get land claims. These are for if you're playing in multiplayer and you don't want people to build over top of your stuff. They do build in an awful lot of anti-griefing. Eat these tomatoes that are in here. There's a fair bit of anti-griefing already built into the game, so you don't have to worry about people messing with your crap. It is meant to be played multiplayer. Like very, very multiplayer. Unfortunately, most of the people I want to play with played it once and got bored, because there isn't anywhere near as much flexibility as there is in Minecraft with it. There is a modding community, but I have not tried out any of those. Can I get up here? Nope, here. Climb a 2-high jump. That's a 3-high. There's plants everywhere that I gotta harvest. But the first thing I need is trees. I need wood. And the spot I spawned in didn't have squat all. I'm not going to do a lot of tutorial in this. It's mostly just to make myself better at doing stuff in the game. I've buggered with a few of the configs. Oh, I got 2 saplings in my backpack. To make it so I don't reach you. Got another one. Your food, so down in the bottom left-hand corner there, you see a loaf of bread and plus 22.9. Over the course of 24 hours of server time, I will get 22.9 points. Which might seem like much, but no. This thing is, the more stuff you learn, the more expensive all the points cost to get. I did tinker with a bit of that too, so don't get absolutely astronomical. Like when it starts hitting 600 points, and you haven't made it like to refining metals, the points are a little high. And if you're wondering why I'm sitting here beating on this stump, it's because if you don't clear the stumps, you won't get new trees. So I cleared a stump here, and somewhere over the next week of server time, a new tree will grow there. So you can't well, theoretically you could completely deforest your world and completely screw yourself over. It would take a lot of work because you'd have to make sure there's nowhere plants can grow, and plants will grow goddamn anywhere, even in places you don't want them to. So unlike Minecraft, you can't punch a tree down. Like if I didn't have a thing in my inventory, I couldn't punch this. There's no fist, right? You need an axe. You need the appropriate tool to do the job. You just can't break stuff like that. Trees have an amount of wood in them. So this, like, I've already got 20 is the most you can carry. Still have another 5, 10. Nope, that one's too big. 25. But you can already see how much wood this tree is going to cough up, right? And part of the grindy bit is having to move it all back and forth. It's you're not carrying stacks of anything. And with this in my hand, like I can't even use my shovel. I can use a pick, but I can't pick any of that up because my hands are already full of wood. Plomph. This is a little tiny stockpile. It holds about 48 total items, which isn't much, but we need it because the campsite is where we build things like workbenches, campfires. The workbench will get us more stuff. I need to harvest a bunch of tree to make some chests so I can unload all of this stuff and do other things. So I hack down a bunch of tree. I'm going to go off camera because you don't want to sit here and watch me pick up. Oh, dang. Get that. No. That. Oh, my inventory is completely full. Can I pick up any of these? There we are. You don't want to sit here and watch me do this. Like I said, game is grindy as hell. I will be back in a while once I have some kind of plan in place for what I'm going to do. So we haven't been that long, and if you see I try to do something that says too hungry to work. So also, you notice that circle on the bottom left hand corner has gotten significantly smaller. Like in Minecraft, you have to eat to do things. Now Minecraft will do just start to starve and then you'll die. And then you'll respawn. You cannot die in this game. Which might seem kinda lame. But the considering the original plan was for it to be a cooperative game for kids to play, one of the first things they did was make sure you couldn't grief and kill each other. So while you won't be able to work, hell is that room? But you won't be able to work. You can pick things up. You can forage for more food. I have to make a couple of... Now you see, I clicked... So 1 campfire. Okay, is going to cost me 12 stone and 3 wood. I've only got 20 on me. But I can queue up multiple things. Missing 4. And all I have to do is run over here. Pack. Grab. Just load ourselves up with stone again. The best part is you can just hold down the E button and pick up everything that falls in front of you. And like that. So nothing pops in your inventory. But you run back here, click on the table that's making something, or an inventory. It'll automatically add it to it. And you can queue up a lot of stuff with no resources. Well, you have to have like at least 1 just to start it. Then afterwards, you can just go to town, queue up a million things, and you're good. Get these berries out of here. I need to put down some of this stone. Here we are, an actual stockpile got built. I'm out of inventory again. So that's a tiny stockpile. This is an actual stockpile. It's 5 by 5. Holds significantly more of everything. They never ever go obsolete. Unlike certain other things in this game that you just stop using because they kind of outlive their usefulness. Stockpiles will be with you forever, kind of like chests. Load back up here. And okay, so now the next, gotta go get more stuff. Gotta get all that stuff. Okay, you can see my inventory is nicely cleared out now. Got some chests to put stuff down. So, and you can, one of the neat things with Eco is you can see like every other storage area within a certain radius, which is great because you can, when it comes time to craft things, so right now this thing is making an awful lot of boiled shoots. I'll get to food in a minute. So if I wanted to craft some kind of food, say I wanted to make charred corn. You notice I have no corn on me. There's 38 corn in this chest here. So I can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. And yes, that number was right. It's going to take 10 minutes to make 5 corn. These boiled shoots... Let's go back up here. Boiled shoots, okay? Takes 2 minutes each. I'm making 100 of them. Remember how I said the game had grind? Game's got a lot of grind. Game has that mountain of goddamn grind. You also notice my points have gone down because I ate like just harvested stuff off the ground. This goes up when I eat better food. So here we have, so regular beans, 120 calories, bunch of gobbledygook. 500 calories. So if I eat this, there, see, I picked up 1.1 points. And it's worth more calories. If I eat these shoots, it goes up again. The more processed your food is, the more points it's worth. And if you can get all 4 of these colors in perfect alignment, you get a, I think it's a ×4 multiplier or something. It's hard to do. It's like we're talking perfect balance. It's a real, way back in like beta 5 or 4 or something, a year and a half ago, someone figured out exactly what foods you would need to eat in what succession to get yourself the perfect thing, and then you rebalanced everyone, and nobody bothered to figure it out again. So it's nice that they keep making us have to rejigger everything. It's a bit of a pain in the butt, and they make us keep having to rejigger everything. Now, you want to know what the points are for? Points. These are all the things you can do. Now, I started with about 10 points. I spent 0 to learn digging. I played with the configs because there's no other people here. would mean I have to do everything myself. If you're playing with other people, there would be what's the word I'm looking for? A division of labor. People will do certain things, so you don't have to do everything. Division of labor is one of the things that got civilization off the ground, because we weren't all busy doing all the things all at the same time. One guy was like, hey, I'll go grow the food if you want to go kill some animals, and then if you want to go make us some tools, the three of us will get more done that way than like this. That's the way the game is meant to be played. Unfortunately, everyone I want to play it with played it once, got bored. It's not for everybody. So my 11 points, these here allow you to increase your yields when you pick up crops or when you harvest crops. Self-improvement costs, I think you start with self-improvement. So I can increase the amount of weight I can carry, which seems big but really isn't. You can't carry more than 20 of a certain item, or in some cases even less. If this actually increased the amount of crap you could carry like logs, that'd be awesome, but it didn't. But you take that, this gives you big stomach, go away, which increases the amount of stuff you can eat, which means you can do more stuff. And this just makes it so your calorie costs using a hammer go down, which might not seem like much, but you're going to use a hammer an awful lot when it kind of comes to build things. But we need to spend some points on something, because there's certain things we need to do off the hop. Now, I don't want to take... This will give you access to... Like each one of these is... Go away, teal tip. Right? So this costs fewer resources to do something, and the next one typically makes it so it takes less time to do it. Which is great, because you're not spending as much time and effort to do things. You're getting better at certain stuff. I don't really know what I want to spend. If I go with hunting, okay, I'll get a bow and 20 arrows so I can go shoot animals. It'll also unlock fishing, which I can learn a bunch of this stuff and make slightly better food. Because right now, everything we have is all stuff we picked off the ground. It's all plant matter, right? So if we wanted to go shoot a bison and we threw a bison on here, we'd get charred meat and some tallow. But bison right now take like 8 arrows to drop right off the start. It's a pain in the butt. We can hunt for fish, if you want to believe that one. Or we can just catch fish. Clean salmon, trout, things like that. But we'll have to build a fishery to do it. So the question becomes, do I go hunt fish, or do I fish for fish? But we're going to need protein, because you see the green is red's carbs, green nutrients. The other two are fat and protein, and we're going to need that just to get us more points as we go. So let's drop that. See, eventually these things will start to see. Now we're at 1 point, and then the more specialties I take, the more these will cost. It doesn't seem like much now, but there's about 12 more. Like there's all of these. This is everything. Tailoring, smithing, mason, engineering. I have to research these, research those, and in each one of these, shoot, right? Those are all things that are going to cost even more and more points. So hunting. Got our bow and arrow. Arrows can go up here. You can feed out of your backpack. I'm going to take fishing. That gives me... What's that give me? It gives me 5 unlocks. Come on, tool tip. How come when I want you to work, you don't? I can shuck trout and clams. Okay, so let's hop in the water here. Coming up on 20 minutes, which is about a good episode length. So we dive into the water, and we got to hold shift. Control to go down. These are clams. We just hit E. We've got a clam. These are urchins. We don't have the ability to clean them yet, but we can just float through here looking for clams. We'll also eventually find some fish. You can't drown either. Like I said, you can't die in this game. It might seem kind of dumb that you can't die in the game. I'd just like to point out that normally you have 30 days of uptime before a meteor obliterates your damn game planet. Oh, it was a fish. And that's usually the big threat. Is that this meteor is going to wipe out you and everything you love. Alright, give me my bow and arrow. Shooting fish. Why are you swimming backwards, buddy? No, don't go in the wall. Don't go in. I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna catch you. The moment you stop clipping through the world, I'm gonna catch you. I swear I'm gonna catch you. Are you really? Fine, I'll kill this otter. Fish everywhere. I can't catch a single one of them. I thought this would be easy. I can't dive down because... What? Seriously? There. Frig, I finally got a tuna. That took a lot more effort than I thought it was going to. Haven't shot at fish in a while, I guess. Maybe we'll just grab us a bunch of clams. Clams don't move. Can I get one more fish? Guess not. Are you not real or something? No, you're not real. You're not actually a fish. Pick down here, grab. I think you do clams in multiples of 5. So we'll just give up on the fish part. Sorry, Charlie. That or I just really suck. Could be an explanation. Or you're just not real fish. You're not real fish. And I'm out of arrows. You can push me, but I can't shoot you. That is really, really dirty pool. Let's get back here. Although I have never shot an otter. They don't see them very often, and they're really cute, so I don't shoot them. So, back to the... Can I cook you? You are a campfire tuna. I will get 3 of those once everything else is done. And I have to build a fishery. Using shuck clams, so I need a fishery, which means... Yeah, you need a table to make all the tables. Fishery. There. And then, I need a room. I'll be back somewhere in the future when my life isn't quite so rough and reggy. I'll see you guys later.